Welcome back everybody to Manual Labor. Today we're tackling the front ball joints as well as the prop shaft U-joints. In the last couple of videos on this machine, we fixed its engine problem and rebuilt the front differential. So if you haven't watched those, make sure to check them out. Hopefully by the end of the video today we'll be able to show it running as well as powering its front wheels with the all-wheel drive working. So let's dig into it. So like I said, ball joints first. While trying to remove the old ones, we had some trial and error on the best methods to pull them out. The option we found best towards the end was using a dent puller with a threaded attachment, which it had the same threads as the ball joint, which is lucky enough. We just screwed it on and gave it a few pulls and off it came. You can see the attachment here. Now came the struggle. Let me walk you through this one. So we got our new ball joints and might have failed to measure them to compare them to the old one. So you'll see later on how that backfires. We had the strut removed and then proceeded to try and try, but couldn't get it seated. Assuming the cheapest ball joints from Amazon were going to be the right size is probably not the right move. We finally developed a few brain cells and decided to measure it. And that's where we figured out we were off by 20,000ths of an inch. When you're press fitting, that can be quite a bit. So now we had two options. We could either return them, get some new ones, or we can try and make these ones fit because we've already been punching at them for multiple hours. So we opted to save the extra time and just keep these ones and throw them in the drill press to file them down a little bit. And believe it or not, that actually worked very well. We got them down to the proper size and pressed them in. Then we installed the retaining cover and the bolts with a bit of thread locking. With everything back on track, we installed the struts back into the ATV. We reattached the A-arms and torqued them down, and for sure didn't strip out the threads on the castle nut, which we then replaced and stripped the threads on the ball joint itself, which we drilled new cotter pin holes for and decided it was good enough. Maybe next time we'll spend the extra cash and get some decent ball joints. It was time to move on to the prop shaft U-joints. First, I popped out the 4 retaining clips. Then, with a little bit of metal on metal persuasion, I got the old U-joint taken out. Oh, and there go all the rollers. I cleaned up the yoke with some Scotch-Brite and then managed to get the new U-joint installed, clipped in and greased. Then I flipped it over and did it all a second time. And just like that, I got a good as new prop shaft. After getting it installed back in the machine, it was time to get it running and test everything we've worked on over the last 2 videos. It was a bit cold, so I needed the choke to get it running. I put it in high gear, and as you can see, the rear tires were moving. And now with all-wheel drive engaged, you can see that the fronts are moving. Everything seems to be working great and ready for the trails. All it needs now is a fluids change and a bit of grease. Thanks for sticking around for this one. If you enjoyed the video, make sure to leave a like. And if you're interested in seeing some mods installed, be sure to subscribe, because I've got a few things planned in the future. Thanks for watching.